Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call to order the Blair County Board of Commissioner meeting for Thursday, April 10th, 2020, it being 10 a.m. I'd ask that you please join me in a moment of silent prayer. If you please stand and join me with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Executive session announcement.
Thank you. Good morning. An executive session was held on April 7th, 2025 at approximately 10:30 a.m. with the commissioners regarding a property.
Thank you. Public comment for commissioners. Obviously, we have nothing controversial, so the room is empty and there's no one saying anything. Commissioners' comment.
I would just like to remind everyone that the Child Abuse Prevention Month event is taking place at 11 a.m. In the courtyard outside. I believe if it's raining, they may come into this room, but currently the plan is to hold that in the courtyard at 11.
This comment has nothing to do with Blair County in particular, but I guess our country as a whole, or our nation as a whole anyway. I just thought it was something cool to point out. I do not follow hockey or any sports of any kind, but I'm happy for those folks who enjoy those things. I was alerted to the fact that earlier this week or late last week, a man named Alex Ovechkin surpassed Wayne Gretzky's goal record of 895 goals, which is really quite remarkable. But what I thought was really cool about this whole thing is the behavior of Wayne Gretzky. Not only did he show up to see this guy beat his record, he congratulated him and celebrated with him. And it's just such a wonderful thing to see people who share that kind of joy with one another. And I just hope that here we in the county can congratulate each other and work with each other and celebrate each other as we go forward in our daily lives. Thanks.
They're not in politics. Proclamation.
Oh, thank you very much. We have a proclamation today for the Fair Housing Month, April of 2025. Whereas the Fair Housing Act, enacted on April 11, 1968, enshrined into federal law the goal of eliminating racial segregation and ending housing discrimination in the United States. And whereas the Fair Housing Act prohibits discrimination in housing based on race, color, religion, sex, familial status, national origin, and disability, and commits recipients of federal funding to affirmatively further fair housing in their communities. And whereas Blair County is committed to the mission and intent of Congress to provide fair and equal housing opportunities for all. And whereas our social fabric, the economy, health, and environment are strengthened in diverse, inclusive communities. And whereas more than 50 years after the passage of the Fair Housing Act, discrimination persists and many communities remain segregated. And whereas acts of housing discrimination and barriers to equal housing opportunity are repugnant to a common sense of decency and fairness. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Commissioners of Blair County do hereby declare the month of April 2025 as Fair Housing Month in Blair County as an inclusive community committed to fair housing and promoting appropriate activities by public and private entities to provide and advocate for equal housing opportunities for all residents and prospective residents of Blair County. I make this in the form of a motion.
I'll second the motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, thank you. Could you please run us through the consent agenda?
Sure. Resolution 165, 2025, ratification of the following 10 warrant list items as listed. Section B, ratification of payroll dated April 4th, 2025, in the amount of $901,703.21. The 2024 budget transfer to cover fees for the White Oak Hall roof project, not completed in 2024, in the amount of $104,984.70. A budget transfer to cover fees for the White Oak Hall roof project that was not completed in 2024. Oh, that looks like a duplicate. Apologies. No, it's not. Thank you. The amount is the same. The first one is for capital reserve. The second one is for building maintenance for the same amount, $104,984.70. Section E is a budget transfer to cover the fees for the disbursement of P Corp grant funds. There are 3 projects under this grant fund, and they total $15,110, and they're listed there in Section E. Section F is a budget transfer to cover the fees for the disbursement of the AOPC grant funds in the amount of $319.71. Section G is a budget transfer to cover the fees for maintenance on our county vehicles, $27, $5, $77.08, and $686.19. Sections H through K cover employments, status changes, resignations, and retirements.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda. May I have a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye.
I am an aye with abstentions to payments to Hollidaysburg Borough and Thomas and Chandler Jandora.
Thank you.
Thank you. Staff reports and special business. Blair County Park and Rec Advisory Board. Morning, Joe.
The Blair County Park and Recreation Advisory Board is requesting approval of an allocation of Park and Recreation Community Outreach Funds in the amount of $4,500 to CBRC to conduct a summer playground program for ages 6 through 12 at Valley View Park, Monday through Fridays, from June 9th, 2025 through July 3rd, 2025, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
I'll make a motion to approve the allocation from the Park and Rec Community Outreach Fund to the CBRC to conduct a summer playground program for the ages listed from June 9th, 2025 through and including July 3rd, 2025 in the hours. May I have a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, thank you. Good morning.
We're requesting approval of fiscal year 25-26 agreement for payment of legal services between the County of Blair, Blair County Children, Youth, and Families, and Ashley Passarello, Esquire, Attorney of Grable Law Offices for the period of July 1st, 25 through June 30th, 26 at the rate of $90 per hour.
I'll make a motion to approve the 25-26 agreement of payment of legal services between the Blair County Children and Youth and Ashley Passarello, Attorney of Graybill Law Offices for July 1st, 2025 through and including June 30th, 2026 at the rate listed. May I have a second?
Second?
Any comments or questions?
I just have a quick question. This is the first one for the upcoming year.
Correct.
That's what I thought. Well, that's
Yep.
good. They're prepared.
We're getting there.
All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning, Glenn.
Here requesting approval for the award, rejection, or rebidding of the bids received for the Fort Roberdeau farmland lease for the period of April 20, 2025 through April 19, 2028. And the 2 bids received are below. Wingert Farms, annual bid amount $36,000, $576.25. They were the highest bidder, recommended award. The second bid was Culp Family Dairy LLC for $35,000.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve and award the bids received for the Fort Roberdeau farmland lease for the period of April 20th, 2025 through and including April 19th, 2028 for the highest bidder, which was Wingert Farms Incorporated,
the amount listed. May I have a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Thank you. Chris?
Good morning.
Good morning.
My first item, I'm requesting approval for the submission of the federal fiscal year 2023 through 2025 Hazardous Materials Emergency Preparedness Grant, Year 3 Mid-Year Status Report to the Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency for the period of October 1st, 2024 through March 31st, 2025.
I'll make a motion to approve the 2023-2025 Hazardous Material Preparedness Grant for the Year 3 Mid-Year Status Report to PEMA for the periods of October 1st, 2024 through and including March 31st, 2025. May I have a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Thank you.
I'm requesting approval of the electronic submission of our federal fiscal year 2025 Emergency Management Performance Grant application for the performance period of October 1st, 2024 to September 30th, 2025.
I'll make a motion to approve the electronic submission of the EMPG application for the performance period of October 1st, 2024 through and including September 30th, 2025. May I have a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, Register and Recorder. Good morning.
Morning. I am here for the Register Recorder's Office requesting approval of the renewal of the software support agreement between the County of Blair and the Optical Storage Solutions, Inc. for 20 Landex full licenses for the Register of Wills Recorder of Deeds Office in the amount of $23,945 and 2 full licenses for the Assessment Office in the amount of $1,280, giving us a total of $25,225 for the period of May 1st, 2025 through April 30th of 2026.
I'll make a motion to approve the renewal of the software support agreement between the County of Blair and Optical Storage Solutions for 20 Landex full license for the Register of Wills and Recorder of Deeds in the amount listed, as well as 2 full licenses for the Assessment Office in the amount listed from May 1st, 2025 through and including April 30th, 2026. May I have a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, we are requesting approval of the amendment to the Master Energy Sales Agreement between Shell Energy and the county to increase payment terms from 15 days to 30 days and changing the interest accrual rate to the statutory rate for governmental entities instead of the regular commercial rate that they have.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the Master Energy Sales Agreement between MP2 Energy and the County of Blair. May I have a second?
Second?
Any comments or questions? All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I'm also going to take the first one.
Okay.
For the commissioners. We're requesting approval of the DCED grant closeout report for the grant listed to be submitted to DCED. This is for the grant we received for the prison feasibility study.
Okay, make a motion to approve the DCED grant closeout report for the grant submitted to the Department of Community and Economic Development. May I have a second?
Second.
Comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Okay, thank you. Please.
Requesting approval to accept the award for the 2024-2025 P Corp Loss Prevention Grant Program for the projects listed below in the total amount of $15,110.
I'll make a motion to approve and accept the award for the 2024-2025 P Corp Loss Prevention Grant for the projects listed below. May I have a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed?
Read the rest. Requesting approval of the agreement between the County of Blair and Trans Systems Corporation Consultants of Pennsylvania for architectural design services for the new Blair County Prison project in the amount of 4% of the budget for the cost of the work.
I'll make a motion to approve the agreement between the County of Blair and Trans Systems Consultants for the architectural design services for the new Blair County Prison project in the amount of 4% of the budgeted cost of the work. May I have a second?
Second.
I just want to make one comment that the public is unaware of. I believe the first initial part that Trans Systems sent us, I believe, was 9%? 6%. They were going to charge us 6% of the budgeted cost of the work. And Commissioner Webster reached out to them and was able to negotiate a 2% decrease in that. So when you're talking about the cost of the prison, those percentages are significant. So I just wanted to be aware of that.
And I might add, I did beat them in arm wrestling. That's how this happened.
I have no knowledge of that. All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Requesting approval of the agreement between the County of Blair and Mark T. Ginrich for the lease of 4 parking spots located at 208 Union Street in Hollidaysburg in the amount of $25 per space per month, effective April 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 2025.
I'll make a motion to approve the agreement between the County of Blair and Mark T. Ginrich to lease 4 parking spaces at the address listed, at the amount listed from April 1st, 2025 through and including December 31st, 2025. May I have a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions? Just so people are aware, this is in preparation for the closure of the parking garage, which needs significant repairs done. So this is part of it. So all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Okay.
And requesting approval for the County of Blair to submit an application for the 2024-2025 P Corp Loss Prevention Grant Program for the project listed below in the amount of $11,278.55. And these are for 2 tasers for the Blair County Prison.
I'll make a motion to approve the application for the 2024-2025 P Corp Loss Prevention Grant for 2 late taser bundles for the Blair County Prison by Axon Enterprise. May I have a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? There is no old business. I make a motion to adjourn. May I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. The next Commissioners Board meeting will be held Thursday, April 17th at 10 a.m. And for those individuals here for the Fair Housing Month, if you could come up, we have your proclamation signed. If you would like a picture, we'll be more than happy to accommodate. Thank you.